Good morning, all. I am Dr. R. Soumyalata, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Arulmigu Palaniyandavar Arts College for Women, Chinnakalayamuttur, Palani. Today I am going to present the poem A.D.Hope's Australia. First, let us start the author's introduction. A.D.Hope was born on 21st July 1907 at New South Wales. In this poem, he used similes, personification, imagery, repetitions, metaphor, and themes. First, we start similes used in the poem. A.D. Hope employs the use of similes to compare Australia with another thing. For instance, in stanza 5, he compared the 5 cities to teeming source. The poem line, and her 5 cities like 5 teeming source. Personifications, he used that Australia as a woman. Thus, he poetically uses words that accurately fit into feminine gender category, such as she and her to describe Australia. For instance, in poem line, they call her a young country, she is the last of lands, the emptiest. Imagery he used to conjure that of a nation that has trees old and unfruitful, womb is dry. There are images of Australia devoid of culture, songs, architectures, and history. Metaphor employs in this poem as she is last of lands, and moreover, lot of themes he used in this poem by A.D. Hope is replete with several themes. First, there is a theme of Australia being portrayed as barren country. This is noted in stanza 2. A woman beyond her change of life, womb is dry. There is a theme of lack of culture, history, architecture, and song. There is also a theme of alienation. The ultimate men who arrive in Australia through the river are seen as alien to the already inhabitant of Australia. Let us start the poem lines. Australia, a nation of trees, drab green and desolate grey, in the field uniform of modern wars. Darkens her hills those endless outstretched paths of spinacs, demolished or stone line worn away. They call her a young country, but they lie. She is the last of lands, the emptiest. A woman beyond her change of life, a breast still tender, but within the womb is dry. Without songs, architecture, history, the emotions and superstitions of younger lands, her rivers of water drown among inland sands, the river of her immense stupidity floods her monotonous tribes from Cairns to Perth. In them, at last the ultimate men arrive, whose boast is not, we live but we survive, a type who will inhabit the dying earth. And her 5 cities like 5 teeming sores, each trains her a vast parasite robber state, where second-hand Europeans pullate timidly on the edge of alien source. Yet there are some like me turn gladly home from the lush jungle of modern thought to find the Arabian desert of the human mind, hoping if still from the deserts the prophets come, such savage and shackled as no green hills dare. Springs in that waste some spirit which escapes the learned doubt, the chatter of cultured apes, which is called civilization over there. A.D. Hope was an Australian poet and essayist known for his satirical slant. He was also a critic, teacher, and an academic. He was referred to in an American journal as the 20th century greatest 18th century. This poem Australia by A.D.Hope is a 7 stanza and 28 lines. He explores the landscape, vegetation, and culture of Australia. Beginning of stanza 1 is poetically an eye opener to the vegetation of Australia. Hope's description of Australian vegetation is that Australia is a nation's trees, drab green, with, however, a desolate grey color. He compares these colors metaphorically to what could be seen in the field of uniform of modern wars. These colors contribute to the darkening of Australia and their hills and further proffering a view of Australia as those endless, outstretched paths of spinax, which has been outrightly demolished or perhaps a stone line worn away. The first stanza. There have been strong speculations or rumors, particularly from people who draw conclusions on Australia by calling her a young country, but A.D.Hope disagrees with his by arguing that these people they lie. A.D.Hope explains that Australia is the last of lands, the emptiest. He comparatively portrait of Australia is likened to a woman beyond her change life, whose breast is still tender but within the womb is dry. Second stanza in the poem. To A.D.Hope, the beauty of Australia is seen and noted only extremely and externally, but internally, Australia lacks the beauty noted for. This is described in last line of stanza 2. Womb is dry, which also indicate that Australia is not greatly fruitful, as many people thought it to be. In stanza 3, he emphasizes on the culture of Australia, which according to him, it is devoid of song, without the song of architecture, history. Therefore, he sees as a nation without any historical background and culture. The river which flows in Australia is drawn among inland sands. In fourth stanza, rivers which A.D.Hope describes immense stupidity is noted to flow through Australia. Monotonous tribes from Cairns to Perth respectively. It is also through these rivers that the ultimate men arrive in Cairns and Perth. The men do not boast that we live but we survive. These ultimate men are typically Australians who inhabit the dying earth. Stanza 5, he remarks on the 5 cities of Australia. The 5 cities are equally like 5 teeming souls. Each of the cities train Australia. The cities are explicitly compared to a vast parasite robber state. These 5 cities are occupied by the ultimate men who A.D.Hope describes as a second-hand Europeans. These second-hand Europeans are screamingly unwelcome to the soil of Australia, as many people see them as aliens on the shore of Australia. The 6th and 7th stanza of this poem, A.D.Hope comments on the modern civilization of Australia. This modern civilization, as A.D.Hope sees it, is purely false imitation of culture, which is mistaken by the people of modern civilization. Hope you understood this poem, A.D.Hope's Australia. Thank you.